What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the BullRush Live podcast. My name's Davin, and I just wanted to welcome all 89,836 BullRush competitors. We are just a few, less than 200 people. Oh my gosh, sorry. Mic keeps falling over. We are less than 200 people away from, let me just, there you go. Sorry. We are less than 200 people away from hitting 90,000 users, and oh, do we have a show for you today. Of course, like you've heard before if you've been watching for a while, we recently launched at the beginning of the month our BullRush prop. It is the first ever fully transparent A-booked prop firm that shows you the direct path that you're A-booked through. We also show you the liquidity provider. Right now it's Forex, and we're in the talks with a bunch of other people. And we just launched our sports picking competitions. You heard that right. All my sports pickers out there, all my degenerates, all my sports fans, we can now run your own sports picking competitions. You can build your own sports picking competitions, and then every day, every week, we have our own sports picking competitions on the BullRush website for amazing cash prizes. We're gonna get into all that in a little bit here, but first, let's head into the dashboard here and see what we got going on this week in BullRush. Oh, and stick around because we're going to go over some really cool news stories. We're going to be talking about the upcoming or the past G7 summit in Canada that we just had. We're going to be talking about, of course, what's happening in the Forex markets, how currencies are reacting this week. We'll go over a bunch of the top currencies. And of course, we have some huge Bitcoin news. We hit a new all-time high of 111,878. So we're going to be breaking that down and telling you what that means for the future of crypto. And of course, we have now a sports picking competitions. So we're going to break down some of the biggest stories in sports this week. So you don't want to miss any of that. And of course, if I feel like it, if I'm feeling a little like Oprah, I might do a giveaway. Who knows? So let's dive right into it. Let's hop into the dashboard here and let's see what has been happening in BullRush this week. As always, if you ever have any questions about BullRush, comments, concerns, you want to tell me I'm ugly, any of that, make sure you hop in the chat. Let me know. I'll answer it if I can. Talk to me. Make me feel a little less lonely this Friday morning. But let's hop right into it and see what's go. Bam! Wow, isn't that a beautiful graphic? Sorry, I just got thrown off. I thought it was on another page, but instead we got hit with this. The game just got bigger. Yes, sir. All right, let's go over here to the BullRush dashboard though and see what we got going on this week. So as always, you know, every single day we got a day trader competition and we got a 1 hour trade rush competition. That 1 hour competition always starts at 9 a.m. Eastern. So if you're watching this live in about 17 minutes, so make sure you hop into that. We have their crypto weekend competition coming up. Crypto weekend competition coming up very soon. Let me sip for my BullRush coffee here. Oh my God, that went down the wrong pipe. Sorry. We got the crypto weekend competition coming up on 5/23. That's today in about 8 hours at 5 p.m. That's when that'll start. And of course, starting on Sunday, we got our Profit Quest competition, which happens every single week. It's a week-long competition starting on Sunday and ending on Friday. On that, we actually have our Profit Quest from this week ending today, which will end in about 3 hours and 16 minutes at 12 p.m. So we'll check in at the end of this live stream and look at the leaderboard here and see where everybody is. See if we can give a little bit of a leaderboard update at the end of the stream, so around 9:30, and we'll give you an update and shout out some of the potential winners. But of course, anything can change. Let's hop on over here to sports and see what's happening in sports. So right now in progress, we got our all sports competition happening. Let's see how that's going. We got a 519 to 525 here. First place, we got IMBT with 2,135% returns. We got Franco in second place with 1,396% returns. And then we got Walid in third place with 1,127% returns. And he still is at risk right now. He's wagering $1.2 million. These are some sharks. And if I had to tail anybody's bet, I would tail these guys' bets. So let's check out first place. Let's see what he did to get that first place position and secure. He hasn't secured it yet, but he's in the running to secure that $150 prize. So his last pick, he lost $200,000. His biggest win, he won $1 million. And let's break down exactly what he's done here. So I like to do 50. I like to get the whole picture here. So his first bet, so he started with a $100,000 account. He started with a $100,000 account. His first pick, he put half of that at risk. the 100,000, put it at risk for 50,000, and he secured that $450,000 bag, bringing him up to $500,000. The next one, he went in here and popped a little $50,000 trade on a parlay. Let's see what this parlay was. It was for Brighton. Well, first let's look at his win. I don't want to just highlight his loss here. So let's look at his win, what he did here for his parlay for the win. So he did the Rockstar parlay of Brighton and Hove Albion versus Liverpool, and he picked over 3.3 on the point spread. Or sorry, was that sorry, not total score, I believe. That was total score, not point spread. My bad. So he picked over 3.3 on the total score for Española and Vina del Mar. He picked over 2.8. And then again, for Brighton Hove versus Liverpool, he picked Brighton Hove to win the game. Of course, he won all of those. It was a plus 800 bet. He bet $50,000, and of course he secured that $450,000 bag. After that, we see he did another parlay here where he did Brighton and Hove versus Liverpool again. He picked the over, and he got of course he won that one. He picked Liverpool to win here. So you kind of see he shot yourself in the foot here. I remember when I was sports betting, I would do this as well. I would throw two parlays that are pretty much the same. The only difference is who, like maybe one money line bet I change. Right here, he picked Brighton and Hove to win. He won that, and then here he picked Brighton and Hove to lose, Liverpool to win, and he lost this, so he lost this parlay. Usually this doesn't work. It seems like it worked for him because he bet $100,000 and he still came out with $450,000 profit. If you think about this $50,000 loss. Sorry, he came out with $400,000 profit if you think about this $50,000 loss. So, you know, it worked here, but a lot of times I've seen every time I've done this, I end up losing one of these other weird ones as well, like the over 3.3 or the over, you know, I start losing one of the overs or unders or something like that. Great job here. Looks like he was just a full sender, though, because he just started ripping $50,000 bet, $200,000 bet, $200,000 bet, $50K bet, $200,000, 196, 100. These are still pending, so he could still come up even further on top. And then he lost a bunch here. He lost 200,000, 100,000, 50,000, 100,000, 100,000. But, of course, as we can see here from his wins, he's won more than he's lost. Just like in trading, as long as you're winning more than you lose, you're in the green, son. And right here we can see, yeah, he won 450, lost 50, won 396, lost 200, won 396 again, lost 200 again, won $1 million. He's got 320 pending, won 250, so another quarter mil, little quarter milli pack. He won another 190,000, and then, you know, he's got over a mil to play with, so he just starts ripping these 200K, 100K, 50K, 100K, 100K. He realizes as he's ripping it pretty hard, harder than Bruno Mars in Las Vegas. If anybody knows, he's in debt a lot, and so he started putting some of these smarter plays in. I want to see this parlay. What is it? Plus 638. He turned 48,000 into 370. Let's check out this last one, and then we'll leave this guy alone. And where did that go? 370. Here you go. Just want to check out what he did here. So here, oh, beautiful one. He picked the over here, over 3 points here for Alkmaar and Haravin. Same thing here. He picked Alkmaar to win. Alkmaar to win. Here he picked Lavadikos to win. And then here he picked FC Twente Estland to win. So congratulations there. See how easy it is, guys, though? I mean, if you know sports, if you feel confident about sports, these are easy money competitions. And again, if you don't know, now you do. You can also create your own competitions. While we're here, let's see how terrible I am in bet. Oh, not that bad, actually. I seem like okay, so I think I lost everything here. Let me look at my dashboard. In the HB competition, yeah, so I lost my... Yeah. So I had 10 grand. I put that on the line. and I lost it. What was my parlay again? I already forgot. Oh yeah, Florida Panthers to win, which they won, but it was not over 5.5. If you looked at their last game in against the Leafs, I believe they had like 6 points, and the total was like 7 points. So I figured they'd score high, but I guess against the Hurricanes this last game yesterday, we're not scoring high. So yeah, I did lose that one. But you know, if I'm a Panthers fan, if you're from Florida, I think Panthers are gonna get the cup this year again. Let's go. Let's get that cup. Um, I lost that one. Let's look at one. I'm just curious now, so you guys can see how terrible of a sports picker I am. That's why I don't bet sports much. But over here, it seems like I'm not doing too shabby. We started at 100K and back at 105, so I think I lost some. Yeah. So I had a parlay here. Edmonton, yeah, I had the Edmonton Oilers to cover the 1.5, and then I had again Hurricanes and Panthers over 5.5. Of course, I lost that one, but I covered this one that the Florida Panthers would win versus the Carolina Hurricanes, and yep, we're back to square one. I'm 5K up, and we could play another pick now. While we're here, let's play some picks. If you have some pick suggestions, put them in the chat right now. I'd love to see them. Oh, let me just realize I don't have the YouTube chat up. Let me pull up my other chat here. All right, I think we're all good now. What's up, guys? 30 seconds here. Just need to confirm. I don't want to miss your guys' messages. My other chat here. Oh, I think we're all. I did miss. I did miss your chats here. Okay, I see. Yep, Big Arepa from Master Trade for Best. I love it. I love it. You know, I didn't have my Arepa today, but I have my official BullRush coffee here. Best coffee in the world. You know, maybe one day we'll release it to the public, but it's the secret to successful trading and successful sports picking. I did miss your chat. Yeah, sorry. Okay, I see. Yep. I was just showing. I mean, he had some good picks. I mean, I love it. I love it. You know, Drink Forex have my telling me about this guy. I'm not going after him. I'm showing he has some good trades, but he's full sending it. I mean, one day that's what we love. We, you know, scared money, broke money. You know, and then best pickers in the world have an average winning of 50%. Anybody telling you they're better? I was just showing. I mean, he had some good picks. It's hard to pick correctly. Yeah, Drink Forex have my telling me about this guy. Sorry. I think we had some echo there for a sec. Managing your stack. Yeah. Yeah, no. The average sports picker, and this is the cool thing about BullRush because it's fantasy. It's fantasy sports. It's really not. You know, just like with prop firms, how I talked about it in the past, because they don't put the trades into market. It's you versus the prop firm. If you win, the prop firm loses. Again, with us, we're not a casino, so you're not actually placing real picks, real sports picks. We're doing fantasy sports competitions. So if you join one of our competitions, we're paying out that prize regardless of how good you do. So, you know, you're always going to win. Unlike a casino, if you do too good, they do have the right to just ban you and not pay you. You know, and then you have to go to court. You have to, like in Vegas, you have to go. Yeah, thank you, Sharon. Sorry, it was when I was double checking the feed. I accidentally turned on the reverb, but it should be good now. No? Do I still have reverb? Let me know if I still have reverb. I should be good though. Testing. I think it's good. If I'm not good, if I still have reverb, let me know. But I think I'm good. I'm going to keep going. Yeah, with us, you know, we're paying that out regardless. So, you know, it's a beautiful place to really test your skills. If you have friends, everybody knows that one guy who's like, I have the best sports picks. I never miss. I'm a professional bettor. Any pick, I'm a savant. I could. If anybody's seen that show, That's So Raven, where she can see the future and she kind of like goes like this. And people always think they're like that. They can see the future and they can you know, they're a wizard. Everybody thinks they're a wizard and they can do it. Well, now you can put your friends to the test, join your own sports picking competition, and put your money where your mouth is. Really like say, okay, look, we'll do a $50 competition. All five of us are going to join this $50 competition, and whoever wins, whoever has the best picks, takes the entire pot. And really put your money to where your mouth is. But let's since I do have some money in this account, before we move on, let's place some picks. And you guys, if you want, you guys can tell me what to pick, what to bet on. This is an all sports competition, so if you don't tell me, I'm just probably gonna bet on hockey. Um, ooh, let's throw a little. Let's do a multi parlay here. So let's throw some money on the DC Defenders here. I'm feeling good about the American football. What is this? UFL, I think. Oop. What'd I do? You know what? In honor of our boy that we were going over, I'm gonna go his. I'm gonna absolutely send it here, and we're gonna do a massive parlay here, and we're gonna just see if we can get to the top of this competition. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. We're gonna go. Oh yeah, we're in soccer. What is this? Here you go. Let's go to something I know. I know German soccer or La Liga. No. Where's my? Let's go to Bundesliga. Uh, this is absolutely Sunderland. Let's go for the underdog here, and let's go to something I actually know what I'm talking about. Oh well. Oh jeez, this is a terrible one. Let's do the under 6.5 on this game, and then let's do since we're from Florida here, let's do the Florida Panthers to win here. So we got DC Defenders, we got Sunderland money line, we got the Dallas Stars under 6.5, and then we got the Florida Panthers money line. I'm feeling I'm feeling good about this. Florida Panthers just won yesterday. If you're basing it off history, they're gonna lose one before they win more. But I think we send this one and we hit it with a nice. Let's just do 50K in honor of our boy back there, and we're gonna collect $842,000. So we successfully submitted that, and then, oh, I'm from Baltimore, so I got to do the money line on the Orioles. Let's just throw a money line on the Orioles here against the Red Sox. They're an underdog. We have 55,000. Let's do another 25,000. Place that pick. And you know what? Let's chill a little bit because I don't want to. I want to make sure that some people have a chance in this competition. I don't want to just be taking all of the prizes. Right now, though, we do have the best playoff runs in baseball history. It's a trivia competition that'll be happening this weekend, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. If you like trivia, we're going to be starting sports trivia now. So if you know anything about baseball, hop in this competition. It's a great competition. And of course, we're giving away some amazing prizes. 2.5K credits to first, 1.25 to second, 500 to third and fourth, and then 250 to fifth place. So make sure you hop in there. Make sure you join this trivia competition. And to find that, you can just go over here to trivia. It doesn't matter whether you're in trading or sports. You're going to see that right here. Make sure you register. And for that trivia, since we haven't talked about it in a long time, make sure that you are in the trivia competition when it starts. To be safe, I recommend being in there it starts at 9 a.m. I'd recommend being in there at like 8:55 in the morning, like 5 minutes before it starts, just because once it does start, your score is based on how fast you answer the questions and how many you get correct. So not only how many you get correct, but how fast you answer the questions. If we look at one of the old trivia competitions here, you'll probably see that somebody's ahead of somebody else with less correct answers. So yeah, exactly, right here, perfect example. First and second place has 17 correct answers. Third place has 18. Fourth and fifth place both have 19 correct answers. How does that happen? Well, first and second over here, I am a Jabo and storyteller. Just answered those questions much faster than the rest. So the faster you answer the questions, the more points you're going to get. So make sure you're in there early, because if you join at 9:05, you're probably going to miss half the questions. And, you know, obviously you're shooting yourself in the foot and you're not going to win. Again, just look, I mean, we're going to drop a video here in a day or so here, probably beginning of next week, kind of breaking down how the new layout here works. But if you don't know, when you're on the home screen, you can switch at the top here between trading and sports. If you want to look at specifically trading competitions, you can go here still on trading, look at single round, look at tournaments, the challenge arena, all that good stuff. If you want to look at sports, you can just click on sports, look at single round, look at build your own, and of course, if you want to just look and place your picks, you can place your picks here, click here at the top under account, and then make sure you're in the correct competition that you want to place your picks in, and you're all good to go to be the sports picking master. Take another sip here from the BullRush sponsored coffee. Today's coffee break has been brought to you by BullRush. All right. How you guys doing? Still hanging in there with me? There are some new updates. I'm gonna let's actually go over our first news story, and then we'll go over some new updates with prop, because there are some new updates for the better with prop. Everybody loves rules, don't they? And our rules just got even better for you, not us, for you. They just got better for you. So we're gonna go over those in just a moment. But first, let's take a quick trip to Canada. Oh, Canada, oh, Canada. We're going to take a trip to Canada because they just had the G7 summit. Finance chiefs from the world's leading economies found themselves at odds over currency policy, highlighting widening divisions in a time of heightened global uncertainty. If you saw any videos from the G7 summit, if you're an econ nerd like me, was awkward. A lot of people calling people out, a lot of people putting people under the hot plate, and a lot of people throwing people under the bus. So, at the at the G7 summit, the U.S. delegation pushed hard for more flexibility from key Asian nations, especially Japan, urging them to allow their currencies to appreciate more freely in global markets. American officials argue that some Asian economies are artificially suppressing their exchange rates to boost exports, a move that they say puts U.S. trade at a disadvantage. Meanwhile, Japan is under pressure of its own. The country's 20-year bond auction saw unusually weak demand, sending long-term debt yields to record highs. Analysts say that this reflects both investor caution and concern over Japan's fiscal trajectory. These tensions have resurfaced just as many G7 nations face complex balancing act of containing inflation, managing slowing growth, and navigating trade disputes, all while maintaining financial stability. No formal agreement was reached on currency coordination, but ministers did reaffirm the importance of market-determined exchange rates and signaled ongoing dialogue. With interest rates diverging and geopolitical alliances shifting, currency diplomacy is becoming a key front in global economic negotiations. The question now is whether common ground can be found or if financial tension will continue to rise. Honestly, I was hoping we would get a little bit more clearance here with everything at the G7 summit, but it kind of just was a finger-pointing game and like, hey, what are you going to do? I don't know. What are you going to do? I don't know. What are you going to do? That's what it was. At the end of the day, as much as we like to hold our leaders on a pedestal, they're people too. And, you know, everybody thinks they have the answers, but at the end of the day, who has the answers? Nobody. Before we get into more of the news here, let's hop back really quick and look at the new rules for our prop firm, the new prop firm rules. So, with the new rules here, I'll show you the text here on the screen and break down exactly what kind of challenges and why you need to stop wasting your money with these prop firm casinos and hop into BullRush and start trading on a real prop firm. Not a fake prop firm, a real prop firm. Well, changes. We used to have 5% drawdown on all accounts. Levels 1 and 2, it was a 1, 2, and 3, it was a trailing drawdown, and level 4 is a static drawdown. That 5% drawdown just got boosted up, took a little Mario mushroom, grew, and popped up to 7%. So now no more 5% drawdown across all of them. It is now a 7% drawdown, and the next amazing thing that everybody really loved. Everybody loves our level 4 payouts on demand, and we wanted to make that just a little bit more enticing for you guys. So what we did was we dropped on demand payouts to level 3. So now not only can you get on demand payouts on level 4, you can now get on demand payouts on level 3, which means, remember, there's a 10% profit target in level 3. Previously, once you hit that 10% profit target, you can request a payout and you'll be moved on to level 4. Now, you get 5% profit. You can request a payout on demand. You'll stay in level 3, and then once you hit level 10, you can request your final payout, once you hit 10% profit, you can request your final payout, and we'll automatically move you on to level 4, and you're now an A-booked funded trader, trading in the real market, not on an online casino. So that's the new changes with that. So let's look at the details of what makes BullRush Prop so amazing and so great. So like I said, real A-booked execution. I swear, if one more person tells me, oh, this X firm does A-booking, this firm does A-booking, show me the liquidity provider. Show me the liquidity provider. I'm throwing my papers. I don't know where this. Oh man, I lost my other paper. We're gonna have trouble with this with the news here. But show me the liquidity provider. If they can't show the liquidity provider, are they really A-booking? I mean, I drive a Lambo. Have you seen my Lambo? No. So how do you know I drive a Lambo? Same thing. If they say they're A-booking and they don't show their liquidity provider, I'm calling cap. They're not, you know, you can only take it by, face value. So we show you our liquidity provider. Right now we're working with Forex, and we're only going to be working with more. We're in negotiations with a few more. We do real A-book execution, verifiable trade transparency. When you place a A-book trade with us, you know who is filing your trades. We're the only platform that gives you full transparency into real verifiable liquidity providers. Like I said, on-demand payouts. So now not only does our A-booked funded traders get on-demand, but all of our funded traders get on-demand payouts. So level 3 is kind of B-booked, kind of like your traditional prop firm, or not traditional, because if you've heard Trent talk about this, back in the day when he first started trading, all prop firms were A-booked, but it was more like a job where you had to go and apply and go through testing and all that stuff. Now this is the testing. So level 3, you're B-booked, not in the market, but you can still get payouts on demand. And then level 4, you are a official A-booked real trader. We have a sustainable and risk. We're sustainable and risk managed. Our model is built to last. Transparent, capped risk means we grow with you, not at your expense. Landed in the plant. That's where the other one went. Low cost, pro pricing. So for a very low cost, you can actually become a real pro trader. And real traders and real funding, you trade, we've got you, with real support, seamless execution. If anybody knows how good our BullRush trade competition support is, it's the same support for prop. You're going to have the fastest support in the industry. If you have a question, you're going to get it answered. I'm going to say within 24 hours, but I'd be willing to bet you're going to get answered a lot quicker than that. Probably within a few minutes, if not within an hour or so. We have 24-hour customer support team here to help you, here to help you however you need. You can do that through our customer support panel on either website. You can do that by, if you click right here on the bottom of the screen, you see that little help guy. You can look at our FAQs there. You can message and start a conversation with one of our customer support team members, or you can hop in our Discord, where we also have a support channel, and you can go and talk live with our support team there as well. Now for the big meat and potatoes. If you're in the United States, we got you on a Match Trader, so you can trade on Match Trader. And if you're not in the United States, you can use Match Trader or C Trader. And then now for the layout of these challenges. So we're going to look at the 5K right here. For the 5K, like I said, we got 4 levels, 1, 2, 3, 4. In level 1, you have a 10% profit target. 2, you got 5%. 3, you got 10%. And then level 4, you're a funded trader. You're a real trader. There is no profit target. Just make some profit, because whatever profit you make, you keep 75% of that. Daily drawdown. There is no daily drawdown on any of our challenges, or levels, I should say. So no daily drawdown, just maximum drawdown. Like I said, on level 1, 2, and 3, it is a trailing drawdown based on end of day balance. Once you reach 7% profit on the account, it stops trailing. And then level 4, it is static drawdown. So just 7% from $100,000, or I guess on this case $5,000 account. Consistency. There is a consistency rule. So with level 1 and 2, you need 40% consistency. So that means that not more than 40% of your profit can come from one day. So you could get that within 3 days for each of those levels. So 1 and 2, we have a 40% consistency rule. With level 3 and 4, again, it's payouts on demand, so there is no consistency rules. Leverage. Everybody always wants to ask about leverage, because leverage determines how much you can make. So for FX majors, you'll receive 20-to-1 leverage, and then all other products you'll receive 10-to-1 leverage. And then of course payouts, like I said, level 1 and 2 are just challenges. You're not funded. So those, no payouts. Level 3, you get a 75% on-demand payout, and level 4, you get a 75% on-demand payout as well. Again, level 3, you get one payout. I believe it's like 15 days you have to wait if you don't hit 10%. So like, let's say in level 3 you hit 2% profit, you request a payout, you can either hit 10% or wait 15 days for your next payout. But it's on, your first one is on demand. Most people hit that 10% anyways before the 15 days, or before they even ask for their first payout, and then you moved on to level 4. Now if you're in level 3 or 4 and you get DQ'd, you bust your account, you will get a 5% coupon for your next phase for making it that far. And then of course a beautiful little $45 price tag on that. Right now, if you use code BullRush right here, use this code right here, BullRush, let me make it bigger. Use this code BullRush right now, and you're gonna get 30% off any of our challenges between $5,000 and $25,000. Make sure you use code BullRush, like I said, and you're gonna get 30% off this. Well, I guess you can't see it, but you can get 30% off our $5,000, $10,000, and $25,000 challenges. Make sure you use that. Now, back to the other cam. I guess that's it. That's our that's our challenges. Like I said, you can either do C Trader or Match Trader. If you're in the United States, you can only use Match Trader. We got 5K, 10K, 25K, 50K, 100K, and $200,000 challenge accounts, all at your disposal for you to use. And of course, we got a beautiful affiliate program. If you're already a part of our affiliate program with BullRush, you know how great it is. You can join us here and earn from every single sale that you make on BullRush Prop as well. I think our 1 hour competition just started, so let's actually hop over here because I am curious. Those are always very, very exciting. So let's check out the 1 hour competition and see. Oh, I'm in sports. That's why. So if you're ever confused why you don't see the trading competitions come up, just hop up here click trading, and actually go to trading and click single round in trading, not like me and click single round in sports. Let's go look at single round in trading. Let's see what's going on here. May 23rd, the 1 hour competition. So we already got one person DQ'd. We got 435 out of 436. And first place, we got Via. Sorry, cannot say those names. If I butcher your name, it's an honor. Sorry, email me. But he's got 2.91% returns here, and he's in first place. Most traded product is XAUUSD with 102% equity. We got Fens in second place already, and this just started 15 minutes ago. Fens in second place with $102,000 in equity, 2.75% returns, and only 0.16% behind from first place. And then we got Mark G39 with 2% returns and 0.91% behind. This, going back to trading here, our trading competitions, if you join one of these other trading competitions online, you're going to see some crazy returns, especially for these for the shorter competitions. Here we got 2% returns here for the first placers, and then if you look, first place through fourth place are all within 1% from each other. So anything can happen in the next 45 minutes to see who wins, but first through fourth place are all within 1% from each other. Crazy. Let me take another sip. Oh, by the way, you see the BullRush cup here, right? Beautiful BullRush cup. I'll show you up close. Nice, right? Beautiful BullRush cup. Did you notice this shirt? We got this beautiful new shirt. Show it up close to you guys. And then the back. Oh, I gotta get down a little further. Oh, other way. Wow. Put some W's in the chat. Put some W's in the chat for that. Look at that. Trade like a pro. Nice little front one. And then we got another shirt. Sorry, can't hear me. And then we got another shirt. So we got the trade like a pro. And I think the other one says own the competition. Everybody makes fun of me. Do you guys like, let me know, do you guys like this font? This font? I think this is one of my favorite BullRush fonts here. It's BullRush official font, but be on a lookout. Maybe we'll have those for sale. If you see us at I forgot which camera I'm looking at. If you see us at an upcoming competition, come say hi. If you ever see me in public, come say hi. I might have some swag for you. I might send you a shirt, give you a shirt. If you see us at an event, an expo, anything like that, come say hi. We'll have some swag for you. We'll have a hat, shirt. Just come up to us and tell us you trade on BullRush, and we got some swag for you. In other news, let's hop back into the news here. In global currency markets, Oh, and by the way, stay tuned. We're about to go over some sports news. So if you're a sports fan and you don't want to hear about this trading news, just hang on in there. We're going to go over some sports news in just a jiffy. But first, we got to cover Forex, which I'll cover all some of the top line Forex news. We're going to talk about crypto because you know I always got to talk about my Bitcoin. And we got some big news, some big news. I tried to bring a confetti cannon in here, but Party City wasn't open in time. I was going to bring a confetti cannon for a new all-time high on Bitcoin. Like I said, Party City wasn't open, but we got our solid gold bull here to celebrate the new all-time high of Bitcoin because Bitcoin is going to the moon. So, in global currency markets, significant movements are underway as the US dollar faces mounting pressures. Let's delve into the latest developments, like I said, of impacting major currencies worldwide. So, the US dollar is experiencing a notable decline influenced by growing concerns over national... oh my gosh. I need to clean my glasses 1 sec. I got this smudge here, and it's the most distracting. If anybody knows some good contacts that I can keep in for like days, that's what I need. I just can't put them in and out all the time. But we're gonna restart that news story. So the U.S. dollar is experiencing a notable decline, influenced by growing concerns over the nation's fiscal health. Moody's recent downgrade of the U.S. credit rating, citing escalated federal debt and persistent deficits, has intensified investor apprehension. This sentiment is further compounded by the anticipated increase in national debt due to President Trump's new tax bill. In response, the euro has strengthened. If you don't know about the new tax bill, bunch of stuff happened. Little recap just off the top of my mind. I believe it was like that his 2017 tax cuts were made permanent. Taxes on tips and overtime were canceled, so no more taxes on tips and overtime. And there's two more things, which I forgot. Actually, tell you right now. Oh, and a mega spending bill. So allegedly, it would add 3.8 trillion to the U.S. debt. Um, I saw some. Jeez, nobody wants to talk about what he's actually cutting. I'm trying to see the cut. You know what? I hate the news, man. The news is so political. I just try to look it up on your own. There's some big things. Biggest thing was the tax on overtime and tips and the solidification of the 2017 tax cuts. You try to look up a news story, and I clicked on just while I was just looking for a sec just to get like the overview so I could tell you guys exactly what was in the bill. First three ones I looked at were just all politicized, just not telling me what's actually happening, just their opinions. I don't care about the people's opinions. I just want to know what's happening. So look that on your own. I don't have time to look through the opinions right now, but yeah. So obviously there's a $3.9 trillion anticipated increase in national debt because of that. Obviously because there's less taxes that the government will be taking in. And they just passed a huge spending bill. So spending went up. I guess if taxes are the government's income went down. Obviously, debt is going to go up. But what is debt anyways nowadays? We're in the trillions of dollars in debt. I mean, at this point, what are you going to do? In response, the euro is strengthened, with the euro USD pair reaching 1.1350. Analysts attribute this rise to investors seeking stability amid U.S. fiscal uncertainties. Similarly, the British pound has gained momentum, trading near 1.3500 against the dollar. The surge is bolstered by a stronger than expected UK retail sales, which rose by 1.2% in April, surpassing market expectations. Heading over to Asia, the Japanese yen has appreciated against the dollar, marking its seventh consecutive day of gains. This trend reflects heightened risk aversion among investors as they flock to safe haven assets amid surging U.S. yields and weakening bond demand. In North America, the Canadian dollar has steadied ahead of domestic retail sales data. The loonie's performance remains closely tied to upcoming economic indicators, which could influence the Bank of Canada's monetary policy decision. As the U.S. grapples with fiscal challenges and global markets respond, currency dynamics continue to evolve. Lots happening there. Take it as you will. I think it's a great time to invest in some safe haven assets like gold. Gold, everybody loves trading gold. I mean, we just saw on our 1 hour trade competition, which I have pulled up here, so I could actually tell you. First, nope, second isn't gold. Okay, in the top five, only two people, so less than usual. But usually, I feel like out of the top five, like three people are trading gold. Now it's only two people are gold as their main asset, but Yeah, gold's a good safe haven asset. And which brings us perfectly into our next safe haven asset. That's a very controversial statement, but in my opinion, long term, not obviously day trading and stuff, but long term, look at it as your IRA. Our next safe haven asset, major quotation marks, Sean, if you're watching, Bitcoin has shattered previous records, soaring past $110,000. This milestone is not just a number, it's a reflection of growing institutional acceptance and state level adoption. So let's dive into the factors propelling this surge. On May 22nd, yesterday, Bitcoin reached an all-time high of $111,878, driven by institutional investments and growing confidence in digital assets. This rally is attributed to increased demand from both large-scale investors and public companies incorporating Bitcoin into their treasury assets. Large companies like JP Morgan Chase. In a significant shift, JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon announced that the bank will now allow clients to purchase Bitcoin. Despite his personal skepticism, Dimon acknowledged the growing demand from clients for access to digital assets. Very, very funny coming from Jamie Dimon. If anybody remembers, multiple times, I can't remember how long ago it was, but there was a time, I think I want to say it's like a year ago, if not longer, but he said pretty much anybody that works for JP Morgan and Chase who's found purchasing or holding Bitcoin will be fired immediately. You're fired. You're fired. And then I think a little bit after that, he announced that JP Morgan, him personally, he was purchasing Bitcoin, and then now the bank is allowing clients to purchase Bitcoin. So very, very interesting. Bitcoin, I just looked it up. Bitcoin did retrace back to $108,000, which kind of given, what was the actual all-time high here? 878. Yeah, I guess that was the highest. Yeah. So it did come back, but of course, anytime we see an all-time high from any cryptocurrency or even a lot of other assets, we always see some sell-offs, people cashing in on that. But hold it to your old. Hold till old. That's what I always say. Hold till old. That's the key right there. But meanwhile, the Texas in other Bitcoin news here, so we got J.P. Morgan and Chase hopping into the Bitcoin game. Also, the Texas House Senate Bill 21 aiming to establish a Texas Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. Uh, um, sorry, the Texas House passed Senate Bill 21 aiming to establish a Texas Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. This initiative positions Texas as a leader in the financial innovation, allowing the state to invest in Bitcoin to enhance financial resilience and diversify investment strategies. We've seen it before. We've seen some other states create strategic reserves. We've seen America. We've seen other countries do it. I mean, we've seen the massive fumble that that Germany did maybe a year ago, where they had what was it, like $500 million worth of Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin hit the all-time high last time in, I think, like December or January, when it went up to like 109 or something like that, and they had sold it right before it pumped, and their 500 million would have been worth like 1.2 billion or something, like it was something ridiculous like that. But and they sold it at just 500 million, which, whatever, it's a business, it's I mean, at the end of the day, countries are businesses, and businesses and countries alike need to do what's best for their bottom line, their P&L. And again, if they're not making enough money off taxes, they got to make money other ways. And selling Bitcoin is a great way to do that. But that's also why we're seeing so many companies purchase Bitcoin. I've seen some major, not even investment firms, but we've seen some other major companies invest in Bitcoin as well recently. But looking at time here, let's go into sports. So in sports, it's been a huge week across sports, from record-breaking golf, major NFL signings, to future football stars, racing's biggest stage, and of course, soccer, or football, like you guys, most of the people watching would say. So let's start in America's pastime, I guess America's second pastime. Baseball is number one, but let's start on the gridiron. Super Bowl champion Joe Thuney is heading to the Windy City. The veteran offensive lineman has signed a 3-year, $51 million deal with the Chicago Bears. Shout out Trent. We know you love the Bears here, including a $33.5 million guaranteed after a trade from the Kansas City Chiefs. This move adds serious power to the Bears' O-line as they look to protect their franchise QB and retool their offense heading into the 2025 season. Meanwhile, in Europe, my home team, Bayern Munich, has its eyes on the future, reportedly targeting 17-year-old Egyptian striker Hamaz Adel Karim from Al Ahly. The move signals Bayern's commitment to grooming the next generation of attacking talent, with Adber Karim already drawing comparisons to some of the greatest elite finishers. Moving it back to America, the 109th Indianapolis 500 is officially set for Sunday, May 25th, and it's shaping up just to be a classic. Robert Schwartzman will lead the pack from pole position, clocking in at an impressive 232.79 miles per hour in qualifying. All eyes will be on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway as the world's fastest drivers compete for racing glory. And moving over to golf, it was all Scotty Scheffler at the Quail Hollow, where he claimed the 2025 PGA Championship in a dominating fashion. Scheffler finished at 11 under par, a full 5 strokes ahead of the field, earning him his third major title and cementing his status as one of the sport's true elite players. And bringing it back to Europe, in the UK, let's talk about soccer, or football, as you guys would say. We had a historic night for North London. Tottenham Hotspurs are Europa League champions once again, clinching their third title in club history with a gritty win over the Premier League rivals Manchester United. Under the bright lights of San Mamés Stadium in Bilbao, Spain, the Spurs delivered when it mattered most, edging out United with a narrowing 1-0 victory in the Europa League final. The match's decisive moment came in the 73rd minute. I got a major... Oh. Tottenham's defensive line held as strong as United pressed for an equalizer late in the second half. Tottenham's goalkeeper made a series of key saves to preserve the clean sheet and secure the trophy. This win marks Tottenham's first European silverware since 1984, reaffirming their status as one of England's top sides and ending their decade-long wait for a major title. For Spurs, it's not just a victory, it's a statement that they belong back on the European stage, with silverware in hand and momentum heading into the next season. So from fairways to finishes and football fields around the world, it's been a week packed with momentum and milestones. So we'll start going over more news. I know this is the first time we went over sports news. We'll be going over a lot more sports news going forward, and of course, just like we do our live trading, we'll be doing our live picking, and we'll be going over some of these picking competitions, looking at some of these massive full sends that people are placing on the BullRush Sports Picking website, and of course, our trading competition website. Like I promised, before we go, let's just look at one more competition. Let's look at the competition ending today. Here it is. The Profit Quest competition. It is going to be ending in just about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So let's give a shout out to the top 5 people here. We got Stephanie in first place with 75. They're going to get 75. She is going to get, sorry if I'm assuming gender here. I don't know who you are, but you're going to get 75% of the grand total with 42.67 percent return. That's a $100,000 prize pool, which means first place is going to be taking home $750. 750 big ones, 750 doll hairs, 750 smackaroos, 750 pounds of cheddar, whatever you want to call it. 750 is what you're taking home. Second place for Ross M is going to be taking home $150 with 36.50%, and he's 6.17% behind from first place. And then third place, we got Jimmo with going to be securing 10% of the grand prize pool, or $100, with 36% returns, or 6.65% behind. Zubair 8877 could still overpass here with 34.36% returns and 8.3% back from first place, but they're only about 2%, less than 2% behind from third place, so you could always overtake. And then in fifth place, we got Silva with 26.16% returns, or 16.50% back from first place. Now, if we look here, let's see if any of these guys still have some trades out. And the way we can look at that is see if there's a difference between the balance and the equity. So yes, they still have some open trades. So we could still see some movement here from second place from Gmo, and then from Faraz M. Yeah, we still have some open trades as well. So we could still see some movement. So make sure, we're not going to go over here in this show, but make sure you keep an eye out here. We got about 60 people that got eliminated here, only 30 remaining out of 99. Make sure you hop into these competitions. These are very, very slept on. They're underappreciated. For $5, you have the chance of winning up to $750. You get a chance to win your portion of the major prize pool here. And unlike some of our other competitions, you have a big chance to win. If you look at like one of our day traders here, just for example, well, this one hasn't started yet. This is for next week. Looks like a one that's going on right now. If you look at one of our day traders right now, like let's look at the day trader for today. We got 562 people all trading for 3 prizes. So you got 3 out of 562 chance of winning this. Obviously, your skills do come into play here as well. But for this Profit Quest competition, we only have 99 people competing for 3 prizes. So 3 out of 99 and 305, 3 out of 500 and something. And those prizes, the least you're going to win is $100, and the most you're going to win is $750. But depending on how many people enter, once it reaches a certain amount, the prize pool will only go up. So something to think about. Hop in those hop in those Profit Quest. Ooh, excuse me. It's that coffee. It's BullRush coffee. I swear it puts another gear into you. Those are really great, and of course our monthly competitions are no-brainers as well, because we're giving away $1,500. It's only $25 to enter, and we only have 56 people in there, so you could win quite a bit of money here, and the top 5 people are receiving prizes. So you got a 5 out of 56 chance of winning here. Only costs $25 to enter. As much as just don't take your girl out for dinner. You know, all you got to do is don't buy Starbucks for the Profit Quest. Don't get Starbucks. Don't get the, if Master Trade for Best is listening, don't get that arepa one day, and you can enter that competition. Or if the monthly, just don't get that lunch. One day, pack yourself a sandwich, and now you can have the chance of winning hundreds of dollars. It's a no-brainer. Like I said before, make sure you use code BullRush for 30% off on your first A-Booked Prop Challenge. Take that first step into becoming A-Booked. Take that first step into becoming a real trader. Stop trading on those online casinos, aka every other prop firm. Start trading with the only verifiable A-Booked prop firm, BullRush. And use 30% off right now until May 31st. So you got less than 10 days for this discount, but 10 days left. Use code BullRush, get 30% off on any prop challenge between 5K and 25K. I've had a great show. Again, join your build your own competition. One last thing to mention with the build your own sports picking competition, you can also take a rake from that. So you can take up to 23%. So if you want your friends to join, get a couple friends to join for $10. You're going to get $2 per account. However much you want to do. More of the story, stay healthy, stay beautiful, keep trading, learn. I've had a great time today, and I can't wait to see where these sports picking competitions go. I can't wait to see how many people get funded and start becoming real traders with A-booking. And of course, I can't wait to see how some of these trading competitions end, because they are already exciting. That 1 hour one already has my juices flowing. I don't know if it's the 1 hour competition or this BullRush coffee, but something's got my juices flowing right now, and I am ready to. I can't compete, but I'm ready to watch compete. And if you're watching this, you should be ready to compete, and you should be ready to win. So I've had a great show. Happy Friday. Again, let's see if we hit 90K while we were on this call. One sec. Let me hit a little refresheroni here. Oh, 89,929. We are about 70 people away from reaching 90,000 users on BullRush. There's going to be a big giveaway at 100,000, so stay tuned for that. By the time I talk next week, we may be at 100,000 users. Who knows? But can't wait for that. I'll see you next week. Don't forget, we're doing this live every single week at 8:30 a.m. on Fridays. Next week also, I have a special announcement. We're going to be doing our first influencer head-to-head trading competition right after this live stream at 10 a.m. So you don't want to miss that. That's going to be exciting. You're going to be able to ask your favorite influencer anything you'd like while they're trading live right in front of you. And we'll be announcing that probably Monday, so stay tuned for that. Follow us on all social medias, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.